back to the channel. This video is going to be all about shoe rotations, how I use them, what they are, how you can build yours. First off, before we get into it, I just want to say thank you for all the support on the last video. It's a bit surreal. I think it's on about 1.3 thousand views at the minute. Thank you for all the comments. It's been good interacting with you all. Yeah, genuinely, thank you. I've gone up a lot of subscribers, a lot of views. It means a lot. So we're back in the office doing a little bit more. There's another video coming later this week based on my first week of Berlin marathon training. But yeah, let's get into the shoe rotation. So firstly, what is a shoe rotation? Well, a shoe rotation is a way of rotating your shoes so that you use different shoes on different days for different kinds of runs. For example, the most common one, I believe, is daily trainer and a race day trainer. You may have a rotation of two, or you may throw in a third where you have a daily trainer, a race trainer, and a workout trainer. Some people do it like that. I personally use 7 in mine, but a lot of them aren't used often. A lot of them are just infrequent, sort of one-off, maybe once every couple of weeks use. My daily easy day trainer is the Asics or Asics Novablast 3. Recently purchased it. I've done about 40-50k in it. I really like it. I had the version 2 of this, and it was good. I really liked it. It's cushioned, but it's light enough that you go a little bit quicker than what you were if you were wearing a recovery shoe, which I'll show you next. Yeah, so very good, really comfy. The tongue's a little bit long. I don't know if you can see that. You might be able to on the videos that I put in. It's a bit long. It feels like it's a bit, yeah, gets in the way a little bit, like it comes really high up on your ankle. But yeah, really nice shoe, good for daily miles. I'll do the bulk of my Berlin marathon training miles in these. Okay, so next I have a recovery day shoe. So my recovery day shoe is the Nike, or Nike again, I'm not sure how you pronounce it where you're from, Invincible 2. Really good shoe, really cushioned. This used to be my daily trainer, but I just want something a little bit more responsive for Berlin. Again, really comfy. It does have a little bit of a stability issue, like it can feel a bit wobbly, so to speak, on when you're running. But yeah, it's a lovely shoe, really cushioned, and it really looks after your legs on those days where you've had a hard workout the day before and you just want to get the miles in with no particular focus on pace. I'll always be leaning towards this. Really good shoe. Yeah, my recovery day shoe. So my workout shoe is the Adidas Boston 11s. So basically these are my road workout shoe that I'll do sort of anything that's got about 10k or less volume in. It's generally in this. I'll use this for steady runs as well. When I first got them, I did find that they were a little bit firm. I don't like the Light Strike foam. I think it's quite hard. It does have that Light Strike Pro in. But yeah, ultimately they're starting to soften up a bit, and I've used them a bit. So these will be my like Tuesday workout shoes, my short stuff, where it's like sort of, yeah, like I say, overall less than 10k of volume, but usually quite fast. That's them. And then another workout shoe that I'd use is the Adidas, or Adidas, I've said that twice differently, Adios 6. Very similar sort of design, just a little bit less stack height, a little bit more flat, almost like a flat racer. So I'm working in Manchester in a few weeks, and this will be my sort of track shoe. There's a track quite close to where I'm staying, so I'll use this as a track shoe, a little bit more flat, a little bit lighter. So yeah, that'll be my workout on track shoe. So my next one is my long tempo / long run trainer, and that's the monster that is the Adidas Prime X Strung, or to give it its full name, the Adidas Adios Adizero, whatever it is. Pro, yeah, it's not the Pro. Yeah, it's got a massive name. Yeah, really good shoe. It does have a learning curve. I've run about 50k in it so far, and that stack height is a challenge at times. It's not made for corners, sharp corners. I've done a few sharp corners with it, and even at easy paces, it does feel like you're sort of running on a slab of foam, and that your foot falls off the side, if that makes sense. Like, it feels like your foot kind of slopes off the side of the foam. But yeah, it's a good trainer. It's really responsive. It's bouncy. Really good for sort of looking after your feet on those sort of tough long runs. I've done an 18k steady run in this. I've also done a 13 by 1k sort of at 10k pace in this, which I've done earlier this week. It's a good shoe. They've changed the heel counter from the Adios Pro 3, which you'll see in a minute. It's not got like the really rough patches on the inside. I'm yet to sort of figure out whether that's good or not. I am getting blisters, but I've been suffering with blisters really bad recently, so I'm getting blisters off effing and running. But the Prime X Strung, my long tempo, long workout, sort of anything over 10k will be in these. Really good shoe, enjoying them, definitely recommend it. So onto my race shoes. I have 2 pairs of these. The first ones, which is my 5k, 10k race shoe, is the Nike Vaporfly Next Percent 2. It's a good shoe. I'm not in love with it as everyone else is. Ultimately, it does what it's designed to do, but I don't feel it doesn't make me excited to run in it. Like I've run a couple of 10k races in this. Obviously, London Marathon last year. Does what it says on the tin, so to speak. But I don't feel like I am in love with it as everyone else seems to be. It's a good shoe. There's probably nothing better at 5k, 10k. But when you get up to that half marathon, I think there's better options on the market now, and I think I've probably got the best one that there is. So half marathon race shoe is my favourite shoe, 100%. It's the Adidas Adios Pro 3. You'd think I was sponsored by Adidas, the amount of Adidas trains I've got, but I'm not. I just really like them. I'm really getting on with this Adios range. Yeah, what a shoe. I love it. I recommend it to everyone that I speak to. I've run, not in this pair, in an older pair, I've run a 2:57 marathon and a 1:22:58 half marathon in this pair. They're so good, they're light as anything. The energy return is the best I've ever run in. And I mean, like, for the amount of cushion you're getting, you'd think that it'd be a bit too soft. But they're just so good. I'll be running Berlin Marathon probably in this pair. I've not got a lot of wear on this at the minute. But yeah, that's what I use this one for. This is my race day shoe for half marathon and above. So that was my shoe rotation, but how can you incorporate a shoe rotation? Well, firstly, I'd recommend getting at least a daily shoe and a workout shoe. And now, depending on what pace you are, you may want a race shoe as well. But I'd definitely, to start with, recommend a daily shoe that you're going to put the bulk of your miles in. A workout shoe that's probably a little bit lighter, a little bit more snappy, is exciting to run in. Ultimately, if it's exciting to run in, I do believe that you'll run faster because it's funner to run in, more fun to run in. But yeah, so daily trainer, workout shoe, and then a race day trainer if you're not going to use one of the others. So a really good race day trainer would be something like the Rocket X2 from Hoka. That's a really good shoe that's getting loads of reviews. A daily trainer, take your pick, there are so many. Asics have got a few really good ones. Nike have got a few good ones with the Pegasus 39 and 40. So my advice for building a shoe rotation is to go with shoes that you're familiar with and shoes that you know you get on with. So for example, I know that I get on with the majority of Adidas shoes. So again, the majority of my rotation is Adidas. I've tried Hoka in the past, which I do think are very, very comfortable trainers. But I run sort of on the outside of my midfoot. I'll show you. I have Nike Invincible 2s. As you can see, the majority of the wear is on the outer of the heel and then up to the midfoot. I am a midfoot striker. I sort of land on that portion of my foot. I don't heel strike. As you can see, the heel is relatively clean. I land on sort of the outside mid to rear foot, if you like, and then roll through. And probably the most prominent display of that is my old Adios Pro 2s. Which again is all the damage is all the wear is on this portion of the trainer. The back looks relatively clean, so I kind of roll off the outside of my foot. I supinate quite badly, so I find that the Hoka shoes with their sort of EVA foam midsoles and outsoles tend to wear quite quickly for me. But yeah, that is my shoe rotation. That I'll be using those trainers for training for Berlin Marathon this year. Week one, the video for week 1 of marathon training will be out Monday, hopefully, after I've recorded the last run on Sunday. But yeah, shoe rotation, it's a big part of marathon training. It's a big part of running, to be fair. And let's just face it, we all love buying another pair of shoes, don't we? It's fun. Again, thanks for all the comments on the last video. It's a bit surreal, really, to see how many people have actually liked it, watched it, commented. Yeah, it's a bit sort of not embarrassing, but a bit like humbling. Like it's very humbling. But yeah, that's it. Thank you very much again. See you later.